Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Later tonight I'm going to do my live stream. I decided not to go to Manhattan today to that comic book store, Midtown Comics. So, instead I'm going to do it tomorrow. This is... And later in the live stream we'll talk about different things. Bleach, One Piece. I'll talk about my... It's done with the ranting about Bleach. I'm over that. That's past, But... That's later tonight, probably around 10:30 p.m. Right now, Kotoura-San. This one, the ending, phenomenal. Phenomenal. I mean, a lot of people started reviewing this show. A lot. It wasn't just me. Yokorama, Game Talk, he started reviewing this show. I believe Devil Artemis, a bunch of people. Now, halfway through, Yokorama was saying, he had mixed reactions about it. Because he felt that, and I saw it too. I saw what was going down in the show. It felt slice of life happening, and not a lot of shit going down. Nothing serious. Well, at the end of this episode, shit got serious. So, let's get into it. Now, this was episode 8. It's not a date. First half of this episode was pretty much Manabe and Kotoura-San. And what ended up happening was she got sick. Well, the very beginning was him giving a pendant to her. It was kind of funny and cheerful and an interesting moment because her birthday present was a pendant, and she was like, "Oh!" And then she opened it. It was a picture of him being converted. And she crushed it. It was like, So that was the beginning part of the episode. After that, we had basically them getting ready for school, and she's putting the pendant on. She's leaving the house. And she's got a fever. Of course, we don't know how that happened, but she's got a fever and she's got a cold and she has to stay home. And they're all going there to take care of her. And they're all looking at Manabe-kun like, pervert! What they did to him in this episode was kind of uncalled for. I mean, I'm sorry. Just because he's got perverted thoughts doesn't mean you gotta beat the shit out of him. Ugh. But yeah, he stayed behind. And we're just there to take care of her. And what they noticed, which was seemingly alarming, was that she could not read people's minds when she is sick. It was like, okay, how is that possible? And surprisingly enough, that's what happened. She could not read people's minds. It was crazy. So she didn't read Manabe's mind when he was thinking something perverted. So that's what they noticed. And she's asking to wash her back. She's sweaty. And then he's like, and he runs away. He runs away out of the house, running around. I'm stupid. It was so funny. He ends up taking care of her and gives her porridge to eat, and it's a nice time. And she sleeps, and Cold's her. She's better now. Cold's gone, but she still can't read minds. Very conundrum. A big conundrum here. So what ends up happening is, and I don't understand why Yuriko, why she told Mori, Hiyori, to do this, because he was thinking, you were still thinking about it. Shut up, I'm like, fucking bitch, what? Why did you do that? It's like, he kept beating him up. I'm like, fuck you, get the fuck out of here. Mori. You know. But that's basically what happened. And, the way for him to be forgiven, go on a date. And that's why this episode is called It's Not a Date. So to speak. So he goes on a date with her. It's very funny. It's like, come on. You know, they go to the park, they go to movies, they go to the clothing shop. And he wants to go into the lingerie shop instead. It was very funny. It was like, God damn it. Raname. Stop with the pervertedness. Eventually what happens, they're having a good time. She gets a picture for a pendant. It was a very lovey thing. It was nice. You also see a scene with Yuriko at the vice president's house, saying, "Oh, that she might have wanted." He's telling her, "Oh, you want to tail them, tail them, see how they were doing." So what ends on happening is that's more or less what happened within the episode. That was that. Also, they'll mention the part where she had a flashback about her mother taking care of her. Now, credits roll, and this is what I like about this show, which I know in a few shows they do. During the winter, they did, and there's probably only like one other anime that I think I've seen that they do this during the winter season, but I'm not sure which one. What they do is, they basically, after the credits roll, they'll show an extra scene. And basically what's happening, she's running away, she's walking, and she's saying, I'm out of my come here. And she's like, hold up. Out of the blue, she sees an image. Her eyes go white, and she falls to the ground. I'm like, what? I was like, what the fuck was that? I was completely dumbfounded. And he screams her name, Kotoura-San, and goes to her. And then we get a scene for the preview, and we see the mother again. And this new guy, who we have no idea who he is. And we see Mori being depressed and shit. And I'm like, whoa. This probably saved the series. And this is a common thing in slice of life animes. And more or less, this episode was very good. The ending was fantastic. The ending was like, well, the beginning, the parts were just basically, dating and taking care of her. So overall, this was a good episode based upon building the relationship between him and Kotoura-San, but also the ending, which alone probably gives us a 4 out of 5, which is what I'm giving this episode. Now, in a lot of these shows, the beginning and middle is nonsense. It's just slapstick nonsense, zaniness ensues, but towards the end, it gets serious. Like, what? Whoa. Now, what's a good example of this? I know people don't like this anime. Negima. That's a good example. I'm trying to think of any other ones. Oh, Heaven's Lost Property. Basically, harem, slice of life etchiness shows. Those have this kind of formula. The beginning and middle is zaniness, bulk slapstick stuff. Basically stuff that's just slice of life. Nothing serious going on. And then at the end, it hits you like a ton of bricks. Now, I like shows like this. Because you got the beginning and the middle, and then all of a sudden hits you at the end that it's got serious. And something bad happens. Now, Truthfully, I have no idea what happened to her, Kotoura-San, but this, I don't know how this happened, but it happened, and apparently, I don't know if she's fully involved, her mother. Maybe she just found out about it, that she finds something out in the episode, because it seems like something just terrible happened to Kotoura-San. And this is episode 8, so, and the next episode is going to be called Everyone is Around Me. So, yeah, that's what next week's episode is going to be called. And it just came out of the blue, this thing that was going down. And I was like, holy shit. You know? Now, I guess this has something to do with the fact that she got a cold, and maybe has something to do with the fact with her psychic abilities. But the image she saw was somebody, I think someone committing a crime, like a murder, with a golf club or something. So what might have happened was she's not reading minds. What might have happened was she might be able to see the future. But that's just my hypothesis. Because the way the image looked and what she was seeing, it looked like she was witnessing something. An event. Sort of like in Fairy Tale, I don't want to bring up Fairy Tale, Charlotte, when she witnesses a premonition. So, that's what it looks like to me. But overall, that's what happened in this episode. Good episode. This next week's is going to be awesome. It's going to be an awesome episode next week for Kotoura-San. She's in a hospital. Something happened to her. I mean, come on. You can't get any more epic than that. What else was I going to say? Oh, like I said, later on tonight, probably around 10:30 p.m., I'm going to have my live stream. I'm going to invite some new people. New people. And what do I mean by new people? Well, I'm going to invite Yokorama. I'm going to invite 2 new ones that I rarely talk to. One being, I believe his name is Fighting for Nippon. And the other one is this female YouTuber I've seen a while. That I've seen Yokorama talk to for a couple of times. So, look forward to that. But anyway, that's what I got for you guys. Awesome ending to Kotoura-San this week. Next week's going to be so epic. I cannot wait for this shit. This is going to be awesome. I really mean it. It's going to be pretty boss. How they do this. So, look forward to that. This has been Bonkai Night 22. I'll see you guys later. You guys got theories about what happened to Kotoura-San in this episode? Put in the comment below so I can read them. So I can see what's going on. Alright? See you later.